Thank you.
You can get this popcorn for just $1 each. It's all vegan, everything. Costs $1. All proceeds go to a student scholarship. It's for a good cause, so get your popcorn every last Thursday of the month.
This is Mrs. McAllister, and you are watching Senn TV.
Practice. Yay.
Action.
Welcome back, I'm Reagan Ivie.
And I'm Edgar Flores.
It's been a busy few weeks after winter break, and with that comes many interesting stories to report on. With Trump recently becoming president, Sandy Cervantes took the halls of Senn to ask a few students on what their thoughts on the SNL skits have been.
I'm a big supporter of comedy and any sort of satire. I think it's always really important that comedy does its job in terms of criticizing whoever it may be that's in power. That's sort of how we keep a check on things. President-elect Donald Trump seems to spend a lot of time on Twitter, which is definitely a new situation in terms that no other president has done that sort of thing. According to Donald Trump's own words, he doesn't find it humorous at all, right? Anytime he's attacked, it seems like that becomes his new target.
With this Twitter, like, he just uses it like to fight with people. He's probably already tweeted like 5 times while watching the video, but nah, he probably didn't like it. I feel like people should have their opinions and that he shouldn't fight people who doesn't agree with him, because pretty much what I've seen on his Twitter is just fighting people, and he argues with SNL, which is just like, it's just a skit, like, it's for comedy. It's not like, you know, it shouldn't affect them.
I think it's funny. I mean, this is really, it's kind of exaggerated. I feel like this probably wouldn't really happen in like a presidential meeting, but I mean, you know, anything can happen, so. He'd probably think this was so disrespectful. He'd probably go on like a Twitter rant, you know? His whole being was built on fame. Like he's in movies and stuff like that. Like he's the first president who wasn't a politician first. And I feel like that's why he feels the need to like tweet and do things like that.
I'm a little confused. I watch SNL, so I know that the guy he's portraying Donald Trump, and they're talking about tweeting. Something about Seth? Who the heck is Seth? I feel like it was funny because it was really realistic, and that is kind of true. That is kind of what goes through Donald Trump's mind, you know. I gotta retweet this because America is great. It's because he just doesn't take his job seriously. I'm worried for the presidential election, but I know we'll get through these 4 years.
This is one of those videos where they're kind of like predicting the future in a way. The fact that when these two people are trying to talk to him about Syria, an important topic, and he just decides to talk about a tweet and reposting it or retweeting it. It kind of like scares you, because what if Trump actually becomes what they're showing now?
We now take it to sophomore Insha Yusuf on her story of traveling.
Places that people want to travel most and what kind of things they want to see in these places. So I took to the hallway to ask any student if they get chance to get everywhere in the world, what kind of place they want to go.
Greenland, and the reason is because Greenland is just such a beautiful country. From all the pictures that I've seen, I've never gone, and there's just a lot to be done, such as seeing the Northern Lights, which is still on my to-do list. I believe that there is a lot of history in Greenland.
I think since I'm really attracted by their culture and I want to see the places in Korea, so I really want to go there and then experience more of other cultures and not just my own culture that I follow. I also like their clothes, I also watch dramas, and then I also listen to K-pop.
Travel most is Paris because I love to see Eiffel Tower, and I think that's the most beautiful place I want to go before I die.
Sweden. So my family, my great-grandparents immigrated here from Sweden, and so I have relatives there, I have cousins who still live there, and so they visited here, but I've never been able to go visit them.
France, because it's was my dream since I was child, and I like the place and the people, the food there, and I love the language and I'm learning, you know.
I would like to travel Dubai the most. I feel like Dubai is like the best destination to spend summer in, and plus the thing that I liked about Dubai is how they have really warm weather and have an amazing skylines in the world. So that really makes me interested in it, and also they are very multicultural, and along with how there's best firework in Dubai.
Edgar, if you could go anywhere right now, where would you want to go?
Probably Hawaii, you know, somewhere tropical, nice. It's in the U.S.
I don't know about you, but anywhere but America seems great right now, especially with everything that Trump's been saying. I want out of here.
Oh, I guess you got a point there. Well, here at Senn, we have many sensational students who are trying to make as many profiles on them as possible. Miriam Abdi recently interviewed senior Darnell Mitchell and got a very touching story.
It's not usual not to just wake up in the morning. You can't say, hey mom, hey dad. It can affect me in a long run that I didn't realize it would affect me in, but it did. I remember both of the days, freshman year, we was moving to a new house that my dad found. It was 3 bedroom, 2 baths. The mirror was like, whew. Man, you can take selfies in that. We dropped all our stuff off and started to move in. We dropped him off at work. He looked it perfectly fine because he was helping us move and everything. Wake up the next morning, tired. Had some tacos, nachos, kind of cool, but get the call, find out the man passed away. That's a shocker. Downstairs, sleep, heart attack, out the blue, all of a sudden. Rushed her to the hospital, did surgery. She woke up out the surgery and went back to sleep and did laceration to the brain. My dad caused the death. They said natural causes. My mom, they said she was sick, but I never looked into it and tried to figure out myself. There was a lot of them crying, and I don't like to see that. So, my personal time, I took it all out on and through basketball, playing 32s, pickup games with random people, just playing games, just constantly. So, 10 hours, 12 hours at the court, every day. After losing both parents, it opened up the world, a little bit more to me, way more freedom than I'm used to. When they was here, I couldn't do certain things, I couldn't go out south, I couldn't do that. But now that they're not here, I can do it, but it's I don't still get that boundary. I don't know what to do with it. How would it feel? How would it feel now if one of them was still here? Well, I know how it would be with my mom still being here, but how would it feel if my dad was still here and my mom? flip it around. Like my mom passed away and my dad was here. How would it be? Would it be different? It's like, it's time to get my things together. Like, I can't lack in school. Can't lack in personal work, as in getting my own personal business done outside of school with financial aid and try to find things that benefits me, worrying about myself. That's pretty much what I focus on. Carpentry electric is what I want to do. It's something that I do. It's nothing that I want to do. It's something that I do now because there's always money in that field. There's always going to be money in that field, what I do. And if I get my own business, I can do it. But sending me that money that I make there, going to send me back to school for theology and Black Studies, and something that I want to do and portray here. If you have a problem with your mom and dad, I don't think you should lash out or anything because you don't never know what will happen. It might be a surprise like my mom and dad. All you're gonna remember is y'all arguing and getting into it over little things. Like I couldn't go outside, or I couldn't get this. She didn't let me drive the car. My dad be hounding me. I get hit. It's part of life. Your mom and your dad is pretty much like your boss in the real world. Be happy. Try to remember the good times, not her passing or him passing away. Try to overcome it. Try to find yourself. Not try to live in the past, live in the future, live for yourself. Cause your mom and dad is like your best friends. And you gonna always tell them everything. It's gonna come out somehow. You might not try, but it's gonna come out. But once they pass away, it's just like you're your own best friend. So find yourself, be cool with you, get through it, don't dwell.
Well, moving on to some more sensational news, we had juniors Nabil Siddiqui and Cameron Fleenor covering a JROTC competition.
For drill, you got to be really dedicated and very disciplined. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication.
On December 10th, 2016, the city of Chicago had its citywide drill competition at Carver Military Academy.
Started this drill team like 3 months ago, and it's come up to this point now where we actually compete, and this determines like where we are during the parades and for future events.
This is my first year doing it, and I feel really confident. Everybody in the drill team that did it the year before, they make you feel like welcome, and they'll like give you advice and tell you what to expect and not to expect.
We don't know where we placed out of the 21 in the Masters division, but I'm hoping we placed within 10.
We will now commence the award ceremony. Bring your units to attention. In fourth, Rickover. In second, St. John's. And first place overall, can I get a drum roll? Hubbard.
If we've placed within 10, then there's a possibility that we'll be able to go and compete possibly in Memphis, Tennessee for the Nationals. So I'm kind of proud of the cadets. We've rehearsed all the way through September, and we just finalized our last rehearsal, which was last Friday, December 9th, and then we competed December 10th. And so I'm going to thank all the cadets who participated in that drill and ceremonies, and hopefully we'll be back in the Masters division next year.
And now we have a new segment, Guess Who? I recently interviewed Coach Walsh on the boys basketball season thus far and talked to him on some obstacles and challenges the team has faced.
The season's going good, it's going amazing. I think we're doing way better than last year. I really feel like we're gonna do some things in the postseason. I feel like this group of guys that we got, they put a lot of hard work into it. I feel like with enough hard work and we keep working, we're gonna do something special.
Like the season's going great. I mean, we all playing it like with intensity. It started off kind of slow, but everybody picked up their pace. I feel pretty good. I already knew we was gonna make the playoffs because we a unit. We play as together. We more than a team. We like a family basically. So yeah.
I think we will do good in the playoffs, and I'm happy that we made it to the playoffs this year. This is my first time in the playoffs since I've been here.
The season was good so far. We won a lot of games and we also lost too, but we learned and played better. I feel good that Senn made the playoffs. We ain't made the playoffs in years, and we can actually take Senn somewhere and put them on the map.
Hey Reagan, have you ever wanted to go into the world of your favorite video game?
No.
Well, now you can. We have Junior Hassan Gordon covering this amazing story on new VR technology.
Magnavox presents Odyssey, the electronic game of the future. Odyssey easily attaches to any brand TV, black and white or color, to create a closed-circuit electronic playground. Odyssey gives you all the exciting action of hockey and 11 other challenging play and learning games for the entire family.
The thing that keeps running through my mind constantly is, how has gaming stayed relevant for nearly 50 years? Thanks to the advancement of technology, gaming has really never stayed in one place for very long. What I mean is, the way we play video games has gotten more personal over the years. Like before, you used to play video games at your local arcade, and then it became even more personal when they came out the first ever video game console, which you could place in your living room or your personal bedroom. And now gaming literally follows you everywhere on your smartphones. And it's proven to be very successful since its first started in 1997, when Nokia started to add video games such as Snake on their handset devices. According to CNBC, 44% of the gaming market is dominated by mobile gaming, which beats the PS4 and the Xbox One, and by the end of this year will be #1 in the gaming market revenue, projected to be $42.5 million, compared to the current lead, which is the personal computer section, which is projected to end the year with $31.5 million. So, what do the students of Senn think of mobile gaming?
I love the idea of mobile gaming because a lot of times it's cheaper than normal console games and it's more portable than the actual console. So I just love the idea how you could just like pull out something that's easy accessible like a phone and instantly just start gaming.
Well, actually the only game I play is Clash Royale. It's kind of addicting and like it's just like fun to play, and it's like the competition, it's like, you know, addictive, yeah.
Well, when I like go around Chicago a lot, so you know, it's fun to pass time and listen to music and play some games on my phone.
Well, according to the state, mobile gaming is here to stay for a while. But just like everything in gaming's lucrative history, it is definitely bound to change. What is the next step for the next 50 years of gaming if it lives up to that? Will it be virtual reality? Will it be hologram gaming? Well, only time will tell.
Last week, boys basketball coach Mr. Walsh came in to give a live report on how the boys basketball season has been going so far. Let's take it to coach to see what he had to say.
Hi, my name is Darnell Walsh. I'm the head varsity coach at Senn High School. I'm excited and honored to welcome you to the Senn Bulldog basketball program. I am honored to have been selected to lead the program and look forward to getting the ball rolling. It's going to take coaches, players, parents, administration, and the community to be working together to get our program to the level of success where we ultimately want to be. We're not going to get there without hard work and dedication. I'm expecting a young man to be committed, respectful, hardworking, disciplined, and young man of character. I also expect those same qualities from our coaching staff. So I look forward to seeing everyone in our next game. Thank you, and go Bulldogs.
How do you want to end it? Quick. That's all, folks. All right, we're going to do that.
Oh, we have to say Toots Magoots. Okay, ready?
All right.
Toots Magoots.
Wait, no, we can't just say it like that. Thanks for watching.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. I'm Reagan Ivie.
And I'm Edgar Flores.
Toots
Magoots. That was...
Edgar, if you could go anywhere right now, where would you want to go?
I can't. Sorry. You just... Okay.
I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth or something. Every time you look at me, you laugh.
I don't know why. Okay, yeah, go.
Edgar, if you could travel any... What?